Okay, so I spent 5 hours trying to get this rotor off yesterday. A lot of pounding, a lot of heating up, a lot of different ways to try and get it off. So I found this 12-ton hydraulic gear puller kit at Harbor Freight. I literally just set it up. Took me about maybe 5-10 minutes. And I just got it lined up, so I'm going to see how well it pulls. See how long it takes me. I'm going to try and be careful too, because I hear when this happens, it happens quick. I'm actually going to go quick run and get some glasses just to be safe. I got my safety goggles on. It's starting to get hard now. Hey, it pulled off. So that's what happened there. So it looks like we're going from there. Maybe realign the things and see if we can pull out the other side. But until then, with a little bit more hammering, I even had to take a chisel and hit some certain points. I was starting to bust it off, and then when I was hitting it, just loosened up, so I was able to take it off. My assessment with this, tremendous product. It helped me to get it off, and I mean, it worked like a charm. Thank you. Okay, we're going for round 2. I didn't try and pound on this one. I didn't try and do anything. I just set up this jack, and we'll see what happens. Safety goggles on. Let's go for it. Everything's holding well so far. Starting to get tight. Here's something cracking. That's one way to do it. There we go. Shattered this thing. Now we just got to get this off, and this is the problem. This is what's rusted on solid, and obviously you see what happens. Cool. Well, I'm going to chisel the crap out of this one, get this off, and continue from there. What I have to do with this today, I'm working on my CX-7, taking off my brakes. These are a 2-part brake, you got to take this off, and then you got to take this off. I forgot / didn't know that I was going to be dealing with this. These actual Phillips head screwdrivers. The new rotors that I have don't have that on it because they're not factory. They're just replacements, non-OEM. So we'll see. I'm going to go from here and give you another update in the next video. Okay, so again, I'm working on my CX7, and these are the things that I did on my Mazda 3 but didn't take video on. What I actually did was I took off the first part of the brake, took off the second part of the brake with the actual brake pads on them. They came off relatively simple. The problem is with this is it's got these screws here that hold on the plate. I really didn't feel like messing around with them because I knew they were going to just take forever. So I actually drilled out the screws. I don't know if that's necessarily recommended, but that's what I did. I have this hammer that I got from Lowe's. It's a nice hammer. And 3-pound hammer. It's got a lot of weight, fully metal. On the other one, I hit a lot of wraps. Right there on these sides. So I was doing that for a little while. Then after I actually broke off the corner, I started using the chisel on these points right above the bolts, because your weakest point right in here is where the hole is. So I figure you start chiseling that, you'll weaken some stuff, and then you can hammer from there. So I'm essentially just going to go like this. And you'll see there's, I don't know if you can see it from there, but there's a little groove that's starting, and I'm going to actually do that all the way around. I'm going to play around with this for maybe 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to use the gear puller again. But these are the key things that I did on getting the other one off. That's what I didn't show, and I wanted to make sure that I showed it when I did my CX7. I'm going to play around with this, and then hopefully you'll hear that I got it off in the next video. Okay, so I put my chisel marks in here to try and get at those points to see if I could possibly get a little crack. You know, they're made well, so you're not going to get a crack. So I hammered it a little bit more to try and go ahead and see if I could get it to pop off or loosen. Just before I did this, you know, I mean, it's always good to try and get it off just in case before I want to you know, bring out the big guns. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and try and pull it. Got my safety goggles on. And let's see what happens. Now that's how it's supposed to be done. Hell yeah. It's a clean takeoff. I actually got the whole thing intact this time. You could see it was fairly well rusted. I mean, falling off pretty bad. So yeah, cool, great. Clean pull.